the ruthless savanna, the indomitable warrior. In the wild heart of Africa, where the sun scorches every blade of dry grass and each gust of wind carries the weight of relentless heat, there is no room for weakness. There is no time for procrastinators. Here, every creature is a warrior. Every day is a battle between existence and oblivion. From herds of elephants silently crossing the desert, to eagles soaring in the fiery sky, to small creatures seemingly insignificant, all have their own role to play in the constantly living universe. Click subscribe to the channel to discover the fascinating survival stories of the wild world. And then, amidst the scorching sunbeams, a lowly creature was quietly advancing, the honey badger. It doesn't need to be big, it doesn't need to be flashy. With its short, stocky body, black fur on its body, and a white stripe running from its forehead to its tail, it carries a warning: I'm not easy to bully. In a world where the weak stay silent, the honey badger is the little guy that dares to challenge the top of the food chain. A cobra, over a meter long, suddenly slithered out of the bushes. The honey badger stopped. No panic, no retreat. Just a glance, then it charged. Leave the number 1 if you believe that the honey badger is the true ruler of the African savanna. The cobra strikes again and again, but the honey badger dodges with masterful ease. In just over a minute, the snake collapses, motionless. Even after being poisoned, the badger simply rests briefly, then wakes up and continues its meal as if nothing happened. When hunger strikes, it follows the scent of sweet honey. Above, a beehive hangs. No other animal dares approach amid the storm of thousands of worker bees, but the honey badger is different. It climbs the rotting trunk, digs into the wood, and rips open the hive with its powerful claws. Bees swarm to attack, stinging its face, ears, and nose like needles, yet it pays no attention. And if it encounters a predator, be it a lion or a leopard or a hyena, it doesn't run away. Sometimes it turns around, roars. An animal weighing less than 15 kilograms, but enough to make its opponent hesitate. In another nearby location, zebras clatter on dry ground. The black and white stripes on their coats, not just for show, but as a camouflage tactic when standing in a herd. Each individual has a different pattern of stripes, like a fingerprint. And, they live in packs, always on guard, always with someone standing guard. When they hear a strange noise, the whole herd runs in unison, forming a striped tornado winding across the grassland. They don't fight, but unity is the way to survive. High above, martial eagles circle for prey. Their keen eyes can detect the slightest movement on the ground hundreds of meters away. A dive at over 150 kilometers per hour. Death comes in a flash. The eagle is not always successful, but each time it spreads its wings, it freezes the air. A herd of elephants is heading towards the lake. The weather is dry and the ground is cracked, but they still remember the path to the source of life. The oldest matriarch keeps the memory of the trails, waters, and dangers that have occurred. The elephants walk slowly and silently, like pilgrims. They stop to use their trunks to roll water and spray it on their bodies to cool down. A peaceful scene in a wild world that is always full of uncertainty. Nearby, thousands of buffalo arrived. They came in herds, hundreds of them, their horns curved, their eyes alert. Not carnivores, but strong enough to keep even lions at bay. When threatened, the herd will turn and attack. They do not abandon their own kind. A full-grown bull can gore a predator. Their gaze is silent, but always ready to explode if pushed to the edge. Even the shadow of a hyena appears and disappears among the bushes. They are not alone. a herd of 10 to 20 animals are tracking the wildebeest herd. They communicate with a strange laughter, not out of joy, but as a positioning tactic. In the dark, hyenas can hunt in packs, working closely together to surround their prey. Their jaws are powerful enough to crush their prey, and the sound of their chewing echoes throughout the area. They are opportunists, not afraid to scavenge on their prey, but they are also serious hunters, with a higher success rate than even lions. Not far away, the leopard crouched in the shade of a tree. Its body was lithe, its fur mottled with black and yellow, blending into the weeds. It was a master of silence. A sudden leap, a fatal bite, a quick end. Unlike lions or hyenas, leopards do not like to share. They carry their prey up trees, away from competition from others. And every step is a part of the silent and deadly rhythm of life in the jungle. Near the small stream, mongooses gathered to hunt snakes. They were small but extremely agile and skillful. Often found in packs, they can confuse opponents by moving in unison. Mongooses are renowned for their resistance to venom, a tiny warrior against deadly venom. And then, in the middle of all that, there is nature. It is the vast sky, the rough earth, the whistling wind, and the smell of sunburned grass. It is where small creatures still survive among stronger forces. Each animal, a story. Each action, a part of the wild symphony. And all, together, write the endless song of life, where nature is still the master of balance and harshness.